Tonight on Highway Patrol. A hit and run in Hpau.
The bike was trying to stay in the truck. Yeah.
Leaves a rider in crisis. Two young males behind the wheel. Will they do the right thing?
It's going to go.
He's definitely go.
Yeah.
And a driver who thinks he can get the better of leading Senior Constable Heather Allen.
You know you were going fast down these back streets.
Leading Senior Constables Heather Allen and Andrew Trace are searching for speeders in Baronia. The laser device locks a Commodore coming towards them at 84 kilometres per hour in a 60 zone.
Sorry, turn around.
Runner.
With the speeder ducking down a side street, this could turn into a pursuit.
Yeah.
Heather's doing 80 through these back streets, but is still struggling to close the gap.
How are we going?
To your left.
Thanks. Give me siren. SWAT team.
Sergeant Mark Rose has just started his shift when he gets a call out.
Yeah, 306, we've got a hit and run on the west going southbound. Truck's run over a male, but we've got no ID at this stage. Paramedics on the way.
Yeah, 650, mark me on route 2, thanks.
As Mark heads to the scene, he realises it's not going to be as easy as he thinks.
Oh, there it is, there.
The traffic is banked up across all four lanes, and given the crash is on the other side of the freeway, Mark now has to negotiate his way across.
Yeah, road 306, 2 lanes are blocked at this stage, so traffic's backing up.
We'll have to push our way in here, I think.
Amber's saying injuries are serious, and as you know, traffic's banking up here.
We're just coming code 5 now to set up. Ambo's still treating the rider.
900, that's area.
The victim is in a serious condition, but with paramedics already on the scene, Mark's first priority is to sort out the traffic. He discusses closing an on-ramp with leading Senior Constable Daryl Jones.
We might have to.
I think we may have to, and that way we can get this traffic moving.
With the traffic plan underway, Mark now needs to talk to witnesses who actually saw two trucks in the collision.
Yeah, it must off. We didn't even get the rejos or nothing. They both drove off. They wouldn't have seen him at all.
Which lane? He was trying to go in this way.
He was trying to get between them.
The bike was trying to stay in the truck.
Yeah.
The revelation that this rider was squeezing between two 75-tonne trucks on a freeway raises serious questions about his involvement in the collision. On the Princes Highway, Senior Constable Ryan Burns has spotted a vehicle that looks highly suspicious.
That Commodore had false plates on it.
Just checked the car a couple of times on the terminal. It came up a different description of the car. So we're just going to see if we can catch up with it up here and find out what the go is with it.
The car is a Holden Commodore, but the plates come back as belonging to a Toyota Echo.
All right, let's chop her down.
The motorist now knows Ryan is right behind him. But what he doesn't know is that following Ryan is Senior Constable Ash Bowden.
Go.
He's definitely go.
Yeah.
How are we going?
To your left.
Thanks.
After a game of cat and mouse through suburban side streets, leading Senior Constable Heather Allen has caught up with a speeding Commodore.
Give me siren. SWAT team.
G'day.
Hi, good. Why the rush?
I was?
Oh, because I'm going to get these sermos back so we can get our mate's car started. Yeah, wasn't rushing at all. Just go 60 k's down.
How fast are we going? Down Albert Avenue?
Albert Avenue's the main one?
Yep.
60 k's.
How come I've got you at 84?
You sure?
I'm very sure.
I wasn't going 84.
Yeah, you were.
What's my
Then I did a
stereo,
U-turn to catch up to you, and you're flying down these streets for me to catch you. I'm clearly doing 80 down these streets to try and catch up with you. And how did I catch up with you? How come it took me so long to catch up with you?
Catch up from the U-turn.
Because you were travelling at a fast speed. You know you were going fast down these back streets? No. Okay. How long have you had your licence for?
Since I was 18, so 2 years.
What automatic car is it?
Yep, that's what it is.
Who's it registered to?
So me.
You were getting infringement today for speeding, all right? Didn't want to even admit that he was speeding and got very defensive right from the start.
While Heather checks the driver's details, leading Senior Constable Andy Trace checks his breath alcohol level.
Hello. Hello, mate. How you going? One big breath out till I say stop. None of it.
The driver returns a negative result, but Heather knows he's bluffing about his speed.
I mean, clearly he's doing well above the speed limit from what we estimated, and then we've turned to follow him, and he's quickly ducked down first left, first left. Straight away, that's an indication to us that he's trying to avoid us. Marlon, come here.
Still suspicious the driver was purposely evading them, leading Senior Constable Heather Allen wants some straight answers.
Gotta go.
He's definitely out.
Yeah.
A Holden Commodore with false plates is being pursued by Senior Constables Ryan Burns and Ash Bowden.
See if you can block him in, Ash. It's 4-6, dodgy plates. Get out.
On the ground, put your hands behind your back now.
Stuck his seatbelt.
Yeah, all right.
This one.
Hands behind your back.
The driver and passenger are only teenagers.
Let's go with the car, mate. Is it stolen?
No.
It's yours? Let's
No,
go with the
it's
plates on it.
They're stolen.
Bring your foot out.
Right.
Where'd the plates come from?
Just found them in the factories.
No, you only pulled over because we boxed you in. Is there anything in the car that shouldn't be there?
Oh, no.
What are they for?
Well, my car at home.
Yeah, it was just a normal car going through traffic. So with the mobile data terminals, we get to check the cars pretty quickly. So it didn't come up to the right car, so it made us a bit more inquisitive. So we tried to pull it over and just done a runner on us. So it turns out they've stolen the plates and put them on the car, and we're just making some further inquiries at this stage.
The two lads confess to buying this car with cash, then stealing the plates in order to get it home without being noticed.
So is the car yours?
Nah, it's his.
It's his? But you're driving it?
Yeah.
That doesn't make much sense.
He's not dumb enough to drive it.
He's not dumb enough to drive it?
So you're the dumb one out of the two?
So you're not the dumb one? You're the one caught driving it? Did you know about the plates?
Yeah.
You did? So I suggest you're probably the dumb one then, aren't you? Driving a car with stolen plates on.
Instead of investing a few more dollars in a tow truck and taking the train home, these two are now looking at a variety of charges.
Yeah, we're going to impound the car, so hopefully they'll never get it back again because what they paid for it and the cost to get it out of impound, they probably won't even bother. So we're going to impound the car tonight and we'll take them both back and interview them on tape back at Oakley and take it from there.
The two young men will have to pay for the tow truck, so they're ahead by 2 train fares, but behind by a car.
Right back in the corner. That's it. Won't be a very long trip.
A check around the car confirms it's completely unroadworthy. There's no handbrake and the tyres are bald.
You can see there, the battery's not secured at all. One of the many problems with the car. At this stage, we've got the driver and the passenger back at the Oakley Police Station. They're facing some charges of the theft of the number plates. The driver's looking at an evade police charge, plus the unregistered vehicle. He's a learner unaccompanied by an experienced licensed driver. No L plates, and the car's unroadworthy condition, so he'll get charged with that as well. We put a defect on the car, grounding it anyway. The owner of the car, who was the front passenger, he'll also get the theft of the number plates, allowing another person to use an unregistered car, and also allowing a learner to use drive a vehicle unaccompanied. So they're both looking at a couple of charges, and it'll see him going off to court.
Sergeant Mark Rose has just been called to a crash involving a motorbike. He has just discovered the 2 trucks involved may not have seen the bike and that the rider may have been putting himself at risk.
The bike was trying to split the trucks.
Yeah, well, he come between us. He come flying between me, and then he's trying to get between them. But when the road narrowed, they've come closer, and he's like just dangling between 2 trucks, just banging side by side, and he's just got stuck straight underneath it, and he come out from underneath the jewels. As a truck going over a motorbike, you wouldn't feel nothing. You know, there's 19 tonne all up on the trailer. It'll be just like going over one of the cat's eyes on the road.
We'll start a crime scene and do all the measurements and all that sort of stuff, but at the moment the patient's still in situ being treated by ambos. At this stage it appears a motorcycle has been clipped by 2 trucks, or he's clipped 2 trucks. We're unsure at this stage, so it's very early days. He's in a bad way, right on the freeway. Priority is just trying to get the traffic flowing, get him sorted out, and then we'll go from there.
You want a hand?
Just need someone to keep us still.
It's only 10 minutes since the incident, and even though paramedics were quick to the scene, it's not clear yet whether the man will even make it to the hospital. As Mark tries to keep a lane free for the ambulance, his other pressing concern is finding the runaway trucks.
Yeah, 60. Both trucks that he's tried to split would be totally oblivious.
You're right doing
that? All right, I'll get my swap gun. Can you take over?
Treatment.
Work up to that.
M9 is 49269.
Yeah, just take a seat in the car if you want.
And as more medics reach the scene, the rider takes a turn for the worse.
Marlon, come here.
Leading Senior Constable Heather Allen is suspicious about a speeding driver who is playing innocent.
Possible look at the rating?
Before you jump down my throat, I'm about to offer you a chance to look at it.
Sweet, sorry.
Right? When you're coming the opposite direction,
Yep.
we estimate cars that are travelling at an excessive speed. After we do that, we lock on a speed, which is what we've done here.
Yep.
So I don't know if it's easier for you to see that side of come around here.
So you got your ledge speed and your speed in the area.
No.
What's a patrol?
Can you wait?
I'm just trying to scan.
I'm going to explain it to you. Just settle down.
Sorry.
Patrol is what we were doing,
Yeah.
and 84 is what you were doing. Okay, so we were travelling at 50, going the opposite direction. You've gone at 84. Therefore, I've locked that in, done a U-turn, and then tried to catch up with you. We're in the position where we thought we were going to be in a pursuit, but that's how fast you're going down the back streets. Okay?
Apologies.
Apology accepted. So Albert Avenue, you thought you were doing 60-something?
Yeah.
You in a hurry to go somewhere?
Just get this car done because we've been working it for 2 weeks.
Where's your friend live?
Just down in, what do you call Bayswater, Hillside.
So why have you turned down here?
I'm just going down this way to avoid all the traffic ahead because I hate the traffic going in Liverpool. Next to Kensington and so forth. But I got lost.
Yeah, so do you see where that stands from where we're coming
I
from?
do see from your position, but
So it looks like you've gone down these back streets to avoid me.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here for no apparent reason, then you've got lost and you're going a roundabout way, which doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
Not saying normal, an average person would go the main street to get to their destination quicker.
Okay.
And you've quickly travelled down these back streets automatically. We nearly came up for a pursuit. Yeah?
Sorry, my bad. That's mine.
So these back streets, what is your guesstimation at what you were travelling?
50, 52.
A realistic guesstimation?
That's what I was looking at.
Okay. All right, just take a seat. I'll come and have a chat to you in a minute.
Cheers, much pressure.
Marlon still insists he was not speeding, but this is not the first time he's been in this situation.
Yeah, I lost my licence a year ago, but that was my own fault, and I admit I was a bit of an idiot at the time. So, but this, not.
What did you lose your license for last time?
Speeding, believe it or not. I was actually going down a hill, and they pinged me for that, which I don't think they're allowed to do, are they? So I don't know how that worked out. So I just had to cop it on the chin.
What was that speed?
That was speed was, I think it was about 90 in the 80 zone. It was a big hill in Doncaster. Well, gravity always plays into inertia, I guess, a bit. Yeah.
As far as the police are concerned, speeding on a hill is still speeding, and this time Marlon will again be receiving a ticket.
Do you have any questions?
No, I'm right.
Do you know your way out?
That way, that way, that way.
Okay.
For someone who claimed to be lost, the driver is suddenly very sure where he's going. All is well as long as he goes there at 50 kilometres per hour.
In the day, I was at control. I did it myself, so I guess I'm to blame. Don't believe in the system, but you know, these things happen. Just take it on the chin. Learn for next time.
A motorcyclist's condition is deteriorating after a hit and run involving two trucks, and witnesses are saying the truckies probably didn't even see the bike.
The truck driver's not looking in his mirrors, they're looking ahead, watching for other cars for stopping and all that sort of stuff. So the last thing you're going to be doing on this sort of traffic is looking in your mirrors.
The worst thing that could ever possibly happen, and it's, you know, this is what we're trained to do, and unfortunately this is where police are putting the training into action, and so, as you can see, are the paramedics, but we still don't know what the outcome's going to be at this stage. It's not looking good, but fingers crossed we'll get a positive result.
For the police, the focus will be on locating the two truck drivers involved in the incident.
That's a camera up there, isn't it?
Well, let's hope it's facing this way. There's Vic Roads cameras and CityLink cameras just further down the road, so once we get this sorted out, we'll have a look, and hopefully they're pointing in this direction. We can try and get some information off those cameras.
At this stage, the camera is the only hope police have of finding the drivers.
Number 3. 1, 2, 3.
Paramedics now carefully move the rider to a waiting ambulance.
1, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Are you doing really well, okay? Feeling any better?
The The rider is still in a bad way and there's no time to lose.
Yeah, 650 received that. Ambo's just taken off now.
He's critically unwell. He'll certainly need a lot of care and attention in the hospital, and I'm sure he'll be going to theatre later on today.
The Major Collision Investigation Unit is now on the scene, and Sergeant Mark Amos has pinpointed how the bike went down.
There's no visible skids from the motorcycle at all. It looks simply like he may have lost control after contacting one of the trucks, according to witnesses, and he's gone down on the left side of the bike. The rider's been thrown to the left side and ended up underneath the trailer of one of those two trucks that we're looking for.
If he has split between the two trucks, I mean, that's probably one of the most stupid things a motorcyclist could ever do. And no, it's an offence to split traffic while traffic's moving, especially on a freeway, but we're yet to determine exactly what has happened.
You just don't know. The only way we can ever find out is if we can find the trucks. Yeah.
As Mark discusses the scene, some important news comes in about the motorbike rider.
Mid-25 to 30s. Oh, confirmed, is it? Yeah, actually, changed that. It's now a fatal. Yep, confirmed fatality. We've just found out from the Alfred Hospital that the male motorcycle rider has died. It's now a confirmed fatal collision, and we will be trying our hardest to find out the identity of the two mystery trucks.
And for Truckee Daniel, who saw it happen, it's all too real.
It's breaking my heart now to see what happened, and I wasn't the cause of it. But I couldn't imagine what it would be like to end someone's life, and it'd be the last thing I'd really want done, and it'd be the last thing I'd want to do. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone.
The fact is that a human body being run over by 15 tonnes of truck is not going to stand up to it very, very well. And in this circumstance, as we found out, a man today's lost his life, maybe for the sake of waiting a couple of seconds perhaps.
We're treating the investigation as a hit run at this stage because we have two unknown vehicles that are involved. They might be at fault or they might not be at fault, but until we can determine that, it's going to be treated as a hit-run collision.
CityLink cameras may help Mark locate the two trucks involved in the crash.
We've gone through the traffic coming out of the tunnel. We've looked at cameras looking back at the collision scene, and we're unable to establish any registration relating to both of the trucks that are allegedly involved.
Mark's only hope is that someone has seen it and will contact the police. And just 1 week after the crash, a witness does come forward with details of the trucks.
Well, I've just spoken with the driver and got his version of events, and he actually had no idea that the collision had occurred. He'd gone to Laverton, dropped off his delivery, and on his way back home to the depot, he's driven past the collision scene and he's seen the deceased lying on the road and actually thought to himself, how did that happen? The poor bugger had absolutely no idea that the collision had occurred and the motorcyclist was dead.